You know you're not supposed to be here. You know that, right? And you can't see me because I am incognito to you. I am wearing a bug repellent with a sunscreen, which really messes up the way you see things. So you heard me, but you couldn't see me. Interesting thing about the type of insect repellent I wear and how animals see you. Back to my video. Hi, everybody. Let's see if I can go ahead with this. Just another trans elder here today. And this is just a short video. Maybe it might be a long video. I could probably edit into a short one because it seems that the way the algorithm works and the way people like to watch YouTube, they only like to watch 4-minute or 3-minute things. I mean, that's the one that looks like it has a lot of views, but that's not really what my channel is about, getting views. It's more about logging the transition of life into the old age, called the phenomenon of aging. And that's what I'm talking about today. Today I've got two things I'm looking at that are kind of weird. These are all artichokes that were planted at the same time. These are all the same package of seeds. This one here has already given me 2 beautiful artichokes, and I've got 3 more beautiful ones up here now. This one has none, and that has none, and that has none. Now, why did this one say don't do anything until I'm dead, or what? I don't know. So anyway, that's part of my garden. And this is my little clicker to shut this on and off. And I'm using my AirPods here to talk to you because I have found that they are absolutely wonderful hearing aids, as well as sound quality is beautiful with these things. So I am going to take the camera and show you what I've got, some things I've got to do. But I want to spend about 2 minutes talking about what I had done this week. I did on Friday, and I went to San Clemente, and at San Clemente, I went to a place called, well, actually, it's the mill, and what they do is they mine mines. Let me see if I do that. I might be able to cut that. It's called the mill, and they mine mines. It's an interesting place. It's a workplace environment. They were having their grand opening, and they invited the Human Library to be a part of that. And so I was, and I really enjoyed myself. And I want to thank the hosts and the owners for having us, that I had a wonderful time, and I was read by 4 people. So as a human library, a book in the human library, I had a great day. And if you know anything about that, look it up, the Human Library. I put a link in my description below. But let's move on to a couple other things that I have today. I was going to do a 5K, but I got out here way too late. By the time an hour from now, if I had got out here a half hour to go, I'd be done in about another half hour, and it'd be way too hot, and then I'm done for the day. I cannot overheat. My physiology doesn't allow that. So if I do, I'm done. So I got to stay within a temperature range. For some reason, at my age, it's very important to regulate my body, my core temperature. I can't let it get too hot. So I am going to get off of that subject, turn the camera around and show you a few things of what I've got going on. Again, the phenomenon of aging, what I've got to do, primarily for my video log, and perhaps those of you who are still interested in my channel here on Another Trans Elder. Now, it could work into my other channel, which is my Root Burl channel. That's my Shapeshifter, Ricky MR Shapeshifter channel. And that I'm going to show you back here. So when I walk into my greenhouse, but I'm going to eat this strawberry and then grab my camera, and we'll look at this passion fruit that's out of hand, and my Concord grapes. We'll look at my Tillies, rabbit destruction. Nobody wants to really see that. I'm going to look at my root burl, or my shapeshifter pile of future shapeshifters, a couple years worth there. And I think that'll be a long video, so let's get started. Mm, 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 mm. Hope you can hear those seeds crunching in my head. Here's my artichokes I was talking about up close. I won't let them get too much bigger than this. We're not in the type of climate that lets them get much bigger than this, but these are so good. And there's one down there, and there's two more there. And that here you're looking at there, that's garlic called bobills. They're single clove garlic. This, for some reason, didn't like it this year. This is goji berry. There's one or two on there. But this was loaded 2 years ago. And then something happened. And for some reason this year, a lot of plants of this nature didn't like the season this year. So I'm going to turn around here. And we're going to look at the passion fruit. And you can see they're not opening up yet this morning. They will a little later. If I remember, when I come back out, once the sun comes back this way, all of these little flowers will start opening up. But this thing is loaded with passion fruit right now. You can't see it just because the way they camouflage. They're buried amongst in all of this stuff. And there's probably 100 passion fruits already set on this bush. They're hard to see. Maybe I'll point one out a little later on. My Concord grapes, I prune these very meticulously as they grow, but I end up with some beautiful bunches. And Concords don't ripen really well. They ripen oddly, but I am getting some bunches that look like another day or two. They should be ready to go. And I gotta make sure the rats don't get in here, but I think I've almost got the rats under control. And there is my future giant shapeshifters. And rats, sorry, but camera bunnies ate all of my lettuce. And then we'll go into my little studio before it gets 90 degrees out here today, which means this area will get somewhere around 100. And I have this all pulled apart because the rats have made homes and chewed my wires out, and I can't leave any place that has any place for a rat to find home to be a home. This is a future cleanup job I'm going to do, definitely soon, maybe. Okay, now back to the root burrow here. Sorry about the jiggling around there. I still have the legs stuck on this tripod. This is a future one dedicated already. It's been gone through a complete first go. I've got about another 10 hours worth, maybe more. This has to be sanded down again, oiled again, and probably sanded one more time. So that's that. And then I have lots more down there that are in project. And that is all stuff that I had to move around and take apart. And I won't go there. But that's the way life is out here. I have to go from one thing to another because I'm always having to stop what I'm doing to fix something else. And this is where I've got to, up there, I got to get this off. This is a big rat thing. So it's all beautiful and everything, but this is not a place for, you can't have this kind of stuff out here. This is a wild area. And this is beautiful, lush territory for brown rats and squirrels. So a lot of that has to come off. And this is only in a couple weeks. This is like 2 weeks. And what happens is it grows, and if it rains, this blocks the rain from coming down, and it backs up and goes the other way. So all this has got to come off. That means I have to get up there and do it. So that is that. And I think one more thing, I got to get down there and cut the neck off of that banana hand there, that stand. This is the time to get that off, because then the bananas will ripen, will get a little bit, they will get bigger. And let's go down and do that now. Oh, squirrels. I have a complete overrun with squirrels right now. I'm going to come down here and foil this area up. This is not good. Okay, back to business. There they are. And I just need to chop that little tail off. Let's see if I can. I'm saving this. What in the world is that? Possum skull. There's absolutely nothing left to it. It's been stripped absolutely clean. Ever seen a possum skull? Well, I stepped inside for a little while. I'm sweaty and I pulled my hair up, and it's cool in here. I have an air conditioner that goes on, and right now it's shut off because it's now like nice cool 72, but it's 90 degrees outside. So I've been out there, I've done all my watering and most of my chores I've gotten done. I've finished today. And now I'm going to go work on a root burrow. So I just wanted to touch bases with you and say we're not done with the video yet. I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, I'm back into my little studio here for the afternoon. It's really getting warm out there. I have a nice fan above me, and then I'll be turning my exhaust fans on here and continue to work on this root burrow here, Shapeshifter. I have several more hours to go on this. And just that is what I do, probably an hour or two a day for the next month or so. I will put time into this. It takes me quite a long time to finish one of these things. So, but that's going to be kind of the end of the video today. I have had a kind of a little bit of a rough week in regards to just things that are going on out here that need my attention to, and it seems like I don't know what it is, but when one thing breaks, another breaks, and it's like all of a sudden I have all these things that kind of keep me from doing the things I really want to do. But what I have to do is necessary. I mean, really, the way I live out here, the conditions I live in, and the way I have to navigate that's what happens on occasion. And sometimes the occasion arrives more often than I want it to. But this is how I relieve the stress. Like those are really, really quality problems that I have, and I really have no other complaints. So I'm happy today. I just wanted to close this video out with no complaints. I will find some maybe next week, but for this week I'm going to go on with 2 more things I have to do, and I want to be really happy when I go see my doctor at the end of the week. So that's it. Bye. I'll see you next video.